FBA fees climbing, I'm losing my grip. Storage costs rising, they'll never let me skip. Refunds I'm eating, returns pile up too. Oh, Amazon, what else will you do? I look at my dashboard, my profits erased. My margins are gone, it's a slap in the face. Prime Day's a promise, but it's such a race. How much will I make if I'm replaced? It's a cruel, cruel number. Fees keep climbing, profits torn asunder. Oh, it's cruel, the sellers wonder how to survive when the margins go under. It's a cruel, cruel number. Every month it's something new to plunder. Oh, it's cruel, it's no wonder we're stuck in this game, the algorithm's thunder.
Yo, Amazon's back, and they got a new scheme. Reimbursement slashed, it's every seller's dream. They're digging deep, taking more from the pot. Let's break it all down, expose what they got. March 25, it's a policy drop. They say manufacturing costs, but we know it's a flop. Give us your cogs, they're demanding the price. But if you don't, they'll estimate nice. Nice for them, not for you. Watch a payout shrink. That comprehensive evil is a corporate wing. Lost in the warehouse, damaged on the floor. Now they pay you pennies, not a cent more. Fees on the rise, profits on the run. They don't lift a finger, but they pocket the fun. We're fair! They shout while they cut our shares. Amazon math, man, it's full of errors. Fees, taking our dough. They're stacking the deck, and it's sellers who owe. Reimbursements? Nah, they're taking us down, but we're still here, we don't mess around. Fees, straight to the top. Amazon's game, it'll never stop. Margins tight, but we keep the grind. Sellers unite, we're one of a kind.
I try to sell my product on Amazon, thought it'd be a breeze. But little did I know I'd be stuck with seller support disease. They never seem to solve my problems, just give me the runaround. I'm tired of waiting on hold. My patience is wearing thin, I'll never be found. Amazon seller support, you suck, you suck, you suck. Can't get no satisfaction. I'm out of luck, out of luck, out of luck. You don't care about my business, just trying to make a buck. Amazon seller support, you suck, you suck, you suck.
This one's for the sellers on the grind, getting left on red, wasting all their time. I hit up support, got an auto reply. Thanks for your patience, man, I wanna cry. Inventory lost, my margins are toast. Reps playing tag like the Casper the Ghost. They pass me around, it's a never-ending game. Nobody takes action, everybody shifts blame. My ASIN's down, I'm out of the race. They say they'll escalate, yo, what a disgrace. Amazon seller support, you're breaking my heart. No answers, no fixes, just tearing me apart. Hours in the queue, stuck in the dark. Amazon seller support, you're missing the mark.
Amazon game plan, that is the key. Seller central dashboard, that's where I be. Analyze the funnel, see what we lack, then we optimize. Sellers know it's a fact. I get it poppin', you know that it's lit. Climbing the rankings, ain't no room to quit. I check the data, they notice the stats. I keep the method, that's how you adapt. Metrics are showing, you know it's our cap. Amazon sellers, it's time to react. I'm about that action, I do this with passion. I got them like, whoa, what is this? Huh, whoa.
I don't know, dude. I think everybody's just buying stuff based on reviews and badges or whatever. They don't even know who we are. These customers don't even know the name of my brand, but they keep clicking add to cart like it's part of the plan. They see that Amazon badge and think it's all grand, but yo, they don't even know the name of my brand.
Click, scroll, build your store. Amazon's waiting, what you waiting for? Brand it loud, make it shine. Steven's here to drop the rhyme. Blue tiles, banners, plug and play. Your storefront's live, let's sell a day. Now listen up, I'm Steven Pope. Amazon Amazon guru, I'll help you cope. Step 1, get that trademark stamped. Without brand registry, your Amazon cramped. Head to Seller Central, log in quick. Manage stores tab, yeah, that's the trick. Upload your logo, flex that style. You're about to make Jeff Bezos smile. Where pick a template, marquee or grid. Drop your tiles like a branding whiz. Hero image, big and bold. This store's gonna glitter like digital gold. Scroll, build your store. Amazon's waiting, what you waiting for? Brand it loud, make it shine. Steven's here to drop the rhyme. Blue tiles, banners, plug and play. Your storefront's live, let's sell today. Yo. In the trenches of the Amazon game, trying to survive while it's driving me insane. Nobody warns you, they just claim it's passive income. Nah, it's pain. I'm sitting at a birthday, laughing, chilling, next to a newbie Amazon seller spilling. She's like, Prime so smooth, it's a killer. Then tried to sell, now she's stuck in a thriller. Finding products, yeah, that's the first grind. Scrolling Alibaba, losing my mind. Samples suck, manufacturers decline. I'm like, dang, how's anyone doing this fine? Ship it in, pay for the bubble wrap, but they ship glass bottles in padded crap. Now I got hot sauce leaks, refund stacked, customers pissed. Man, I'm under attack. Amazon's a beast, it's a fight, no peace. From SEO to PPC, the hustle don't cease. Think it's passive? Nah, you better increase your tolerance for chaos or face defeat. Trademark wars, brand registry's a scam. They banned my brand, now I'm in a jam. Listings yanked, products ranked and tanked. Lost dogs in the catalog, my account shanked. Now let's talk ads, it's a rabbit hole. 1,000 hours deep, man, it's taking my soul. Weekly negations, bulk sheets for control. Excel's my new weapon, but it's taking its toll. SEO's no joke, keywords in the game. Alt text, A+ content, playing insane. Lifestyle shots, avatars for fame, but the CTR's low, all products look the same. Amazon's a beast, it's a fight, no peace. From SEO to PPC, from SEO to PPC, the hustle don't cease. Think it's passive? Nah, you better increase your tolerance for chaos or face defeat.
Let's go to Mac School. To Mac School. Class is now in session with Professor Pope.
They got the SOP, cause Professor Pope wrote the recipe. Helping Amazon sellers grow sales exponentially. Amazon's a jungle, but we map the strategy. Brand strategist playbook, it's a guide to victory. Troubleshooting catalogs, you know we got the answer key. Boosting all your rankings, turning sales into a legacy. SOB so deep, you think we studied at Mac School. Every step we follow leads to growth, yeah, it's a golden rule. Stuck on keywords, we'll find the ones that work the best. Using Helium-10, strike distance keywords pass the test. Incremental indexing ensures the listing set to rise. From the back end to the bullets, optimization hits the skies. Brand store creation, yeah, we make it shine and flow. A+ content design makes conversions overflow. Need your images on point, best practices in the plan. Alt text and photo rules ensure your visuals command. SEO meets PPC, it's balanced, every step aligned. We'll construct the MKLs that drive rankings over time. Budget caps and bid adjustments, no more wasted spending. Segmentation builds campaigns that sellers can defend. Got a hijacker, no problem, we'll file to take them down. Review requests in action, 5-star ratings come around. Flat file updates, market share reports, it's all in reach. Professor Pope wrote the SOP so sellers learn and teach.
Meanwhile, my Amazon guys on the case, fixing up my problems at lightning pace. Ticket escalations, Mag's the boss. Even Amazon says we'll take the loss. Seller support don't know what's up. Passing the buck when the issue gets tough. They're the official team, but they can't comply. So they say, reach out to my Amazon guy. They're supposed to be the pros, but they can't decode policies and tools from their own damn road. I'm paying fees, yet they bring me stress. But Mag turns my chaos into pure success. Seller support reps, they throwing shade, but then admit, yo, Mag will get you paid. Third-party agency taking the throne while Amazon fumbles in their own damn zone. Seller support don't know what's up. Passing the buck when the issue gets tough. They're the official team, but they can't comply. So they say, reach out to my Amazon guy. So here's the truth, let's keep it real. Mag's the team with the pro-level skill. Amazon sellers, you know the vibe when support says call Mag. They'll give you peace of mind. Amazon seller support, you can suck my image stack. Sucking is all you're good at anyway. Bezos, hit me up if you want to sell seller support. I'm buying. There's a chase. Peace.
Hello and welcome to the My Amazon Guy Friday live Q&A. My name is Noah Wickham. I'm VP of Sales and Marketing here at My Amazon Guy, and I'm here to bring as much Amazon e-commerce knowledge as possible to you guys while answering all of your questions. So without further ado, if you have a question, throw it in the chat now. It doesn't matter what platform you're on. We'll get to the questions in the order that they came in. I do see some in here right now to start, but like I said, throw them in there and we'll get to them. We'll be live for 45 minutes to an hour today. I have another pod I'm actually going to go to, the Seller Weekly News live stream pod a little bit later. So I will be on that one directly following this one, still on the My Amazon Guy channel as well, if you want to stick around for that. So without further ado, let's hop right on in. If I'm hardly getting any sales out of my products season, but I think there have been changes in the working keywords that I should target depending on my FAR competitors analysis, will you advise me of rewriting my listing, title, bullet, description, again from scratch using the new trending keywords that shown up on my research? Yeah, so anytime that you have some form of changes within your niche, your category, and how people are searching for specific keywords, you should be able to tell these changes via something along the lines of using like Smart Scout's keyword tracker, right? Where it also will show trends within the overall search volume of each individual keyword. So if you haven't ever done that, I would absolutely go ahead and do that first and foremost to just see what the trend actually looks like for your keywords first and foremost. So past that as well, the other aspect that you need to be looking at with this is understanding, are your competitors just targeting those keywords for the purpose of targeting them, or are they actually high relevancy keywords to your product in particular? So those are some factors you have to take into consideration at the end of the day. So when you are trying to rewrite your title, bullet, description, first and foremost, I'll just say, if you head on over to myamazonguy.com and check out our SEO resources, we have a bunch that kind of go over exactly this. But secondarily to that, the thing that I will always say is first 5 keywords should be your most high relevancy keywords at the end of the day. And then from there, make sure that your bullets are essentially geared towards indexing and ranking on keywords. Biggest thing I always tell people, text is for robots, pictures are for people. So if your text at the end of the day does not have to be necessarily user-friendly, just focused on indexing and ranking as the primaries outside of your title. You do want your title to be focused on people as well. He did say, nope, my product didn't have its first birthday yet. It would be there for a year next November. Got it. Okay. Yeah, same thing still. Let's go. Here we go. I have an auto ad. Let's see. I have an auto ad performing well on one of my listings. I seen your video on auto catch-all. I plan on starting soon. Can I include my already auto advertised listing in the auto catch-all? Yes. So let's actually do this real quick. Let me pull up a quick thing on auto catch-all. And let's kind of talk through what is an auto catch-all campaign. So I don't have advertising on this account. That's okay. So auto catch-all campaign. So if you haven't seen the video, an auto catch-all campaign is essentially where you take every single one of your products and you add them into one singular campaign. Doesn't matter if you have one product or you have 1,000 products. You add every single product you possibly can into one campaign. You then set that up as an auto campaign. Now, the purpose behind setting this up as an auto campaign is that you're going to let Amazon do the targeting for you. Now, this isn't going to be like regular auto campaigns, because regular auto campaigns, you are very focused on having to do negations right off the bat so that you're not targeting a bunch of random stuff. Instead, you want to base this off of your match type. So you're going to have a very, very low bid. I typically say you want to have roughly 20 to 25% of the suggested bid as your bid for close match, 15 to 20 for loose match, so on and so forth. Purpose of this is that you are looking for super easy to hit, low cost keywords within your advertising. Does not matter if these are on other campaigns, doesn't matter if the products are on other campaigns, the search terms are, none of that matters. The purpose behind this is super low cost across the board, but you are just putting a giant wide net across all of your products. It's also really good to see if there are certain keywords that have decent search volume that you didn't even think of the relevancy on, that have very, very low cost, but you also still get really good results from them. I'll say the also best categories this works within is if you sell something that's like super, I'll say unique, like parts. So, I've worked with clients in the past that sell, specific parts for specific types of, motor vehicles. This type of campaign is perfect for those kind of products at the end of the day, and gets you super, super low A costs, usually like 2 to 3%, with really, really, really good results. Or will this have a negative effect on 1-2 listings? No, it won't have a negative effect. How do you launch a discount correctly? I launched draft FBM variation listing for practice. Base price equals 30, sale price equals 15%, 50% discount as you recommended. Will continue question the next message. Okay. First problem, all variations except one are missing buy box and price. Okay. Second, sale price is displayed as base price wood. No indication of discount at all. What's the sense of this? Yep. So when you apply any type of discount, or you are putting any kind of discount in general on a product at first launch, right? So this is what we call a strike through. Now, the thing is, if you have not sold the product previously, there is no average selling price for this product, and there is no sale history for you to actually get a true strike through. So it's not going to show 50% off at launch. It will show whatever that price is at launch. And from there, that is when you can start to raise the pricing. But you don't get that strike through right off the bat. So when we talk about the 50% discount, yes, you do start off at 50% of what you want your price to be, but you are not necessarily actually showing that as a strike through. Now, missing buy box and price. That could be one of two things. It could be that you just don't have high enough selling history, or long enough selling history, I should say. Could also be that maybe you put in a max price and a min price. I'm not sure. If you did, remove those. There's a couple of different reasons it could happen. If you want to throw your ASIN in, be happy to look at, just, troubleshoot a couple of things. But yeah, you don't get that strike through price right off the bat, unfortunately. Let's see. This time Prime Days is too bad. What's the reason? Let's talk about Prime Days right now. I think this is a good topic to hit on. I think there's a couple of things going on with Prime Days in particular. So I actually posted something yesterday about Prime Days. So I will pull this up real quick. So why do Prime Days feel so bad this year? I think there's a couple of different reasons. Reason number one is something like this. So I posted this yesterday talking about, I did some digging, and you probably can't see this super well, but essentially something I noticed is we have a lot of different brands, products that are not participating for one. So participation in Prime Day in general this year, super, super down comparatively to prior years. Okay. That's number one. Number two is the fact that you have situations like this, where you have products that are essentially running a discount promotion of some kind that they literally ran 2 months ago, right? Less than 60 days ago, they had the exact same price. And all they did is they just raised the price for long enough that they could redo that promotion during their average selling. I'm a big fan, don't get me wrong, of dynamic pricing, right? I'm a really, really big fan of dynamic pricing. You should not have your same dynamic price at the same price that you would for something like a Prime Day. The point of a Prime Day is to have a lower price. Now, I will also clarify, I think Prime Day is kind of dumb in general. You tend to see lower sales for 3 weeks before and after Prime Day. So those are like two factors right there. Now, secondarily to that, Prime Day is 4 days this year. So people, I think, are getting this idea in their head that like Prime Day, you're going to see the same results day one, day two that you did last year. No, it's 4 days. So you need to look at the first day, the last day, and then the middle days, right? So it's very different than we've had historically. Now, there was actually another post as well that I'll pull up here, that our VP of brand management, Francisco, actually posted, and it was this one where Watcher Guru actually said on the first day Prime sales dropped 41%, which I guess we'll see. Some people are claiming that yesterday sales dropped 80% comparatively to like last year. I'm not sure. So that's like reason number 3 is I think that having a longer sales cycle is just going to make it so sales aren't happening as quickly. Now, that being said, the I guess fourth thing, technically third, but fourth thing within that as well as to why I think Prime Day isn't performing as well this year is that every other marketplace is doing some form of deal. So they all have tried to capitalize on Amazon's Prime Days. And so they all are running it. Doesn't matter if you're Best Buy, doesn't matter if you're TikTok, Target, every single one is running some form of discount deals day right now. All of them are, because they know that this is basically the middle of the year Black Friday now for e-commerce is the way that I am starting to look at it. So that starts to spread out deals across different platforms. And then finally, the biggest aspect, it's expensive. It's expensive. Amazon has added fees. There's tariffs going on right now. There is, you get Chinese sellers. Amazon's playing the card of like, oh, we'll give some brands priority over others. Nobody's playing fair. It is expensive, and I think people just don't want to participate. So brands just are choosing not to, utilize it. Now, that being said, we've had tons of brands internally that, first day of Prime Day is like 100% increase in daily average sales, if not more than that, in just the first few hours, right? So tons of good volume from it still. I think it's just a real mixed bag this year, whether or not it's working in that same way that you'd see in historical Prime Days. That being said, I've been participating in Prime Days for, 8-10 years since they initially started launching Prime Days. And yeah, this year is different. I think this year it's much lower than it is normally. It's not what you would typically see from Prime Day. Realify games. I've had a really strange issue. My images are displayed in the wrong order, but for every seller support person, it's displaying in the right order. I used a VPN and it displayed in the right order. What is happening? Why am I seeing it in the wrong order from my phone to my PC, but the seller support staff see it in the correct order? And all of them, I think that's all I have, and all of them. So a couple of things could be happening here. The first one being is that if you by chance have some form of suppression or issue with one of your images, it will reorder your images for you. So that's number one. If your main image by chance is breaking term service, has a hidden suppression, it will reorder the images. Now, secondarily to that, have you cleared your cache? Have you cleared your cookies? Have you gone through, logged out, logged back? I don't know. I'm thinking of all the basic ones. There's a lot of reasons as to why your images can move around. Amazon technically is the one who gets to dictate listing image order at the end of the day for what it appears. So even if you upload in a certain order, the thing that I always tell people is that the reason you should overfill your image stack is so that if any of them ever disappear, you have backups so that you're not just left with like a nothing burger of a listing, so to speak. So my general rule of thumb here would be try and clear all your cache cookies, see if that's still a thing. Have someone else log in to their Amazon account, from their phone and check the listing, because I have seen that before where it is just a seller side thing. But for somebody else, it's not. This could also be, are you running an A/B test of some kind? I don't know. Because if you are running an A/B test, that could also be it, because Amazon will cache your specific instance to show in a specific order and then somebody else's in another order. So that's also a potential there as well. what's the best strategies to sell a product like complement or upsell in other product like a gift? Couple of different things, I suppose. So number one is obviously product comparison chart. So you can always sell complementary products within your product comparison chart. You could also look at doing virtual bundles. So a virtual bundle where you just pair both products together and create a bundled variation of those two products. That's probably your best bet if you're really trying to upsell and get your average order value to be a little bit higher overall. I would also look at potentially retargeting that product from an advertising perspective. So some self-targeting campaigns from one product to another so that people also see those together more often. Yeah, those are probably like top 3 in my mind, actually, now that I think about it, of ways that you could go about this. All right. June has been a terrible month for sales. Anyone else feeling the same? Not including summer seasonal products, just generic products. Yeah. Again, June is always going to be bad for sales because of the fact that people know Prime Day is coming up, right? So people know Prime Day is coming up. So 3 weeks before Prime Day, June sucks. June sales will suck. Your impressions will be up. Your clicks will be up. Your conversions will be down. Your sales will be down. It sucks. It's why I don't like Prime Day a ton, because it evens out. Your average order value or average sales value every single day will even out from it. I'm gonna spit this gum out. I always forget gum. Noah. I guess now in this case. If you had to rank all products or rank all months of the year from worst to best in terms of sales for all Amazon products, how do you rank the months? Thanks a lot. Ranking months on Amazon as far as the sales is going to be entirely, I guess, category based, right? So I think obviously my 3 favorite months out of the year, I would say, would be I love like mid to late January, early February. I love like, I would say late July. I don't know. This is such a hard question to answer. Here's what I think you're trying to ask me. What are the best months to really double down on like advertising? That's a better way to ask your question. So if I were to say that, I would say very early in the year. So like mid-January, because that's going to be, especially if you're within a product that is more seasonal. So a supplement, if you're a workout equipment type of thing. If you are selling something that's more summer oriented, then I would say mid spring. So around late March, early April, best time. Start jumping up that advertising. If you're I don't know, if you're a giftable product, then October, November type area is probably best for you because of Black Friday and the Christmas season. So there's not like a ranking of 3 best months. I don't think. I mean, technically speaking, if you look at all of Amazon, December, November, and October are the highest sales seasons for Amazon. So, and then the only other area right now is like Prime Day, right? So that would probably be my answer. But yeah, I depends on your category entirely. There's so much seasonality to products because every product has some form of seasonality. Hi, Noah. I'm listing tote bags in the clothing and accessories category. However, my competitors list in kitchen and dining kitchen reusable bags. Why that category? What do they know that I don't know? So I don't think they know anything that you don't know. So first and foremost, Amazon gets to choose your category a lot of times for your product. So that's one thing that we have to take into consideration, is that Amazon's likely choosing your category more often than not, right? They're not necessarily just willy-nilly choosing it. They're choosing it based off of sales volume. So things where you are targeting keywords, for instance, on a marketing perspective, that tend to show up within that category when people are purchasing those products from those keywords. So that's one of the first things to understand, is it may not be something where they even actually know that they are showing up there. Secondarily to that, maybe it's a good, I mean, technically speaking, for tote bags, I mean, in clothing and accessories category, can your tote bag be used for kitchen? Because like myself personally, I have I don't know, probably 10, 15 tote bags for from like Trader Joe's and all these different places, right? That I use for groceries. I don't usually get like disposable bags a lot of times for groceries. I use a tote bag. That technically is kitchen reusable bags, right? So maybe that's why, but that's the thing. Not your product can be relevant and also be listed and ranked in multiple categories at once. So I would look at potentially doing some categorical changes, look at what keywords they are targeting from an advertising perspective, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Anyone notice that when you launch a new product, ads just don't seem to convert for like the first week, even if everything else is done perfectly? Why does this happen? That's a great question, Minecraft. So the reason that you likely aren't seeing that your ads are converting right off the bat is because all advertising campaigns need history. So one of the major things that I think people forget with ads is that Amazon's algorithm looks at advertising and looks at the history of how an ad has performed. Now, if you start off with a brand new campaign, you don't have history. You likely don't have a ton of search terms within there. You don't have any clicks. You don't have any conversions. So Amazon has no way of knowing how this is going to perform. So what it does minor tests. Now, those tests take time. When you launch an ad, it's going to be 48 hours likely before that ad really even starts to have any form of conversion whatsoever or any real testing, right? So that's one of the major things that people tend to forget. And it's why I also am a really big proponent of, if you have a campaign that has like one keyword that's doing really, really well, but then, 4 to 5 keywords that are doing really, really poor, right? Get rid of the 4 to 5, keep the one. Don't take that one and put it into its own campaign. Keep it in that campaign. That campaign is now for that keyword because you know that this one has history and it works really well for this keyword. Keep that, move everything else into their own campaign. So that's kind of the reason why typically it's just algorithmic. I am new. I am new in field of Amazon VA. Okay. Now my question is, how can we find clients for our freelance business? Your response will be highly appreciated for me. Yeah. So you're a new freelancer, you're a new consultant, whatever. Now being new makes this more difficult, but the biggest thing that I would probably do, find all the different places you can list your services. Fiverr, Upwork, freelancer.com, all of the different places that you can possibly list your services is the kind of first part. Second part, start making content. You would be so surprised at, the number of different VAs and number of different freelancers and things like that I know that do so well and even end up growing into having basically a really profitable and large agency of their own, just off of the aspect of making content, making posts, so on and so forth. Now, a timely, I guess, thing I should say, because I was literally just reading, I don't know if any of you guys know him, but Corey Brown, he is, I guess, former owner, because he just sold it, but former owner of Buffa brand. But he made a post this morning, and he was literally talking about like all of the AI within like LinkedIn engagement, right? So it's one thing. I don't do AI LinkedIn engagement. I think it's so dumb. I think it is, but like make genuine content, put some videos out there, show actual things, that people might like and think are relevant. You will get people and traction from that. I mean, everything done perfectly. Images, alt text, keyword review. Oh, yeah. It's still same thing, Minecraft. We want to find new audience for our product. What's the best ad strategies to put, or you can recommend? Yeah, so the number one thing I can probably recommend here is like gold panning campaign. So gold panning campaigns are where you're essentially putting forward auto campaigns to do specifically what you're talking about, which is new keyword research. Secondarily to that, take competitors and do a data dive report. throw your competitor or throw your ASIN in and throw your category in into Data Dive and try and figure out what are the specific keywords that your top competitors are currently, going after that you're not going after. So Data Dive is a great tool for this type of thing to try and find new targeting, new audiences, so on and so forth. We learned about Amazon, but had something in my throat. We learned about Amazon, but the first step is hard. How to avoid this first time fear? Is this in? I don't know what this is in regard to. I mean, the best advice always. The most important thing about getting started is getting started. It is scary. Getting started on Amazon is scary. Getting into a new niche is scary. Getting I don't know, just doing anything in general for the first time, I think is scary. The biggest thing that you need to be thinking about when you are looking at it, doing it in any type of way, is specifically just getting started. Start doing something, because if you just take all this time and all this fear prepping everything, you're just going to take forever and it's not going to get you anywhere, right? My favorite thing in the world to talk about is like this idea of planning versus like execution, right? So, and like the speed around doing that. So somebody who is a major planner, right, is going to plan out and they're not going to do anything, right? They're going to sit there and they're going to plan, they're going to plan, they're going to plan, they're going to plan to try and get this like perfect outcome on the very first try, right? Which never happens. Doesn't matter how much time you spend planning, how much time you spend doing anything, you will never get the perfect outcome on your very first try of anything, right? Whereas there's person B spends all of their time just thinking of like the first idea and doing it really, really fast. If you can think of an idea and execute on that idea within 24 hours, you will, within 48 hours of that, know whether or not that plan is going to work, right? You are going to have all of that data then to be able to say, oh, this failed. Let me move on to the next one. While person A over here is still planning out their first idea, right? You can have 10 iterations of your idea within the first, whatever it is, 24 hours, or I guess first week by the time one person launches their first idea. And it's going to be 60% of the way there anyways. So the biggest thing I can tell you, just do it. Just start. Do it fast. Be able to start fast and fail fast. If you think it's not working, boom, move on to the next thing. Oh, anyone think sales have been way lower this year on Amazon compared to the last 2 years or so? I don't think so. I mean, no. People are growing. Amazon as platform is growing still. I think it's more competitive. There's more competition in general. And so, especially in a lot of different, especially for a lot of different categories and stuff like that. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I don't think it's, sales in general are lower. How to choose the keywords for launch advertising and what match types to focus on the most. So focus on broad and phrase the most when you're first launching. Secondarily, still have some exact, but broad and phrase are going to be your best friends when you first launch. How to choose the keywords. Look at your top competitors, see what high relevancy keywords they have that you should also be going after. That's kind of the normal secret sauce, so to speak, is just competitor research into keyword research into broad and phrase match types. Any idea about if we run campaigns on Amazon, suggestions, keywords, and category, is that way can we sell products? I am having a hard time reading this. Is that way, can we sell our products more and we reduce the A cost? We set bid to 20 cents. Don't go off of Amazon suggested keywords, actually, is what I would probably just recommend. Amazon makes suggestions based on what's going to be most profitable for Amazon. I find that most Amazon suggestions are just going to be more expensive for you. Sure, they might be, some good sales, but they're probably going to be really expensive, more than likely. If you set your bid at 20 cents, you're probably just not going to get anything out of it. So I would just focus on learning how to do decent keyword research yourself rather than going off Amazon's own suggestions. Trump effect and stock problems. That why Prime Day is not good for all sellers. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. I mean, it's, we got tariffs, we got, Amazon way overloading their warehouse with their own goods. And so you end up having this situation where, you can't send in product. You can't have more inventory space. Amazon's limiting inventory space. It's ridiculous. We want to find new audience for a product. Okay, I think I already answered that one. Prime Day is effing dumb. Why would sellers participate with almost no benefits? Decrease price, decrease your profits, but you'll increase your sale rates. You end up getting the same. Bollocks. Yeah, exactly. First 3 weeks before and 3 weeks after, it's not worth it, in my opinion. Should I rewrite my listing again if all the most relevant keywords that describe the product have very low search volume, but the keywords I want to target are broad keywords to my product, niche keyword and gift keyword? Yes, technically speaking. So you have to, when you're rewriting your listing, don't get rid of any of your current top search volume keywords or current top ranking keywords, I should say. You should only ever rewrite your listing with keywords that you want, new keywords you want index and rank for, and ones that you already are indexed and ranked for well, right? That you are high relevancy. So anything high relevancy, keep with inside your listing. But if it's a low relevancy and you're just wanting to index for it, yeah, you can get rid of it. Noah should become president of my Amazon guy. I prefer listening to Noah than Steven, even though I love Steven too. I appreciate that. And Steven is having a good old time himself right now in PH. Can you share a tool that can help us to see if our listing it's good or not? A free one, it's better. I just want to double. Okay, so you're looking for a tool to essentially see whether or not you have a good or bad listing. Technically, yeah, we could. We have a lot. So Data Dive can do that technically. You can do that with, you can even do it with like ChatGPT nowadays, technically. I could make a few recommendations, I guess. We could also do, if you guys would want to, we could do an ASIN review. Not today, but maybe next week we do ASIN review live stream. I don't know. I'll game plan that, I suppose. How can I know my FBA fulfillment fee before launch? For example, if I'm choosing between FBA and FBM, want to calculate, super easy one actually here to answer. So Amazon has a nice little tool. Let me pull this up. So you can actually go and let me share my screen again here. Amazon has a cool little tool here. It's just the revenue calculator. You can put in any product or you can define the product based off of packaging size, and it will tell you a bunch of stuff. So you can get to this by literally just Googling FBA revenue calculator. It'll be like the very top listing. So this is super easy one. I would just utilize it. It's Amazon's own tool. It tells you exactly Amazon's own rates on things. So it'll help you a lot. What are your thoughts on Walmart Sparky? Should we optimize for it like Amazon Rufus? Yeah, I would. Honestly, I think Sparky and Rufus both kind of suck. They're glorified chatbots is pretty much the way that I'm looking at them right now. I know that Amazon is putting a lot of stock into Rufus in the future, but they're just still so behind on the game. So I made a video recently, Jeff. I'm not sure if we published it on our YouTube channel yet. You can check it out if we did. Let me double check this just to make sure. Let's see when it's supposed to be published. If I didn't, I don't think we. Yeah, so we did publish it. We published it on the 1st. It's called Will AI agents replace human consumers? I'll just get a shareable link, post it in the comment section for you. So I would check that out, Jeff. I literally just dive into all of the different AI agents, all of the different chatbots, because GBT can help with buying, Perplexity can help with buying, Google AI is going to be able to soon, Copilot can. So all of the Claude can now. All of these different AIs are able to do it. Rufus is a glorified chatbot. That is all it is. It is literally a glorified chatbot that you also can happen to advertise within. Sparky, it is a glorified chatbot. That's all it is. Honestly, it feels worse, in my opinion, right now than Rufus. Do I think that we should optimize for them? I don't even think you really have to. I don't think there is a way technically to optimize for these, different things as of yet. So we got John Aspinall. Did does that shirt make you look? Are you purposefully doing this? Why does that shirt make it look like you have double strap pistols? Maybe I do, and you just can't see them because they're off screen. 90s private detective. That's better than what I got this morning. I posted a picture this morning of this, and somebody immediately asked why I had suspenders on. People always think that I have suspenders. I promise. It's just part of the shirt. See, they always think that I have suspenders. Even like it goes around. I mean, there we go. So it goes all the way around. But yeah, it kind of does look a little bit like suspenders, or I guess the 90s detective thing. What you think about the new dude? You guys gotta you gotta do something here. What do you think about the new features, audience and bid placement? I like it a lot. I think it's kind of interesting. It shows me Amazon's on the right path as far as all of the different data that they are giving to consumers nowadays to be able to utilize when it comes to advertising. I think it works really, really well so far from what I've seen. Now, is it going to replace, placement types entirely? No, definitely not. I think placement types are here to stay for a very, very long time. It's just a different and new way of advertising. It's getting more in line with things like meta advertising. Let's see. Tips for creating an Amazon customer persona avatar using AI. Dude, Jeff, you're killing me with this. Okay, so I'm probably not even the best person to necessarily do this because I'm not great at it. Now, here's a couple of, I guess, major tips that I've used for not exactly this, but similar to it. First and foremost, upload a link of your product, choose your top 5 competitor products, add those in. Your prompting is going to be around trying to figure out who the perfect person to buy this type of product is. You want a clear chat history beforehand because you don't want to have that chat utilize your historical chat or anything that you have said in the past. Better if you can even just do a new user type entirely. That's kind of the major thing. Prompting for it, you're going to be asking along the lines of telling it that you want to figure out who the perfect audience segmentation is for this type of product, and what their persona is and how they would typically look for different products and buy it. It's going to give you, and even better if you can put a page on that, say 10 pages worth of this person, of this audience type and what this person is like. It will help you a lot. Person who probably actually just commented and would be really good at this would actually be John Aspinall. He does all sorts of stuff like this. Does repeating exact phrases in your backend help you increase ranking faster? For example, if you want to rank on whoopee cushions, if you put that exact phrase in your backend a lot, no. So stuffing, does it cause your rankings to go higher? No, stuffing keywords actually is bad with the current Amazon algorithm. I never suggest stuffing keywords on the back end at the very least. You can do some keyword stuffing. Like there's a limit, right? But just repeating it over and over and over again, no, that doesn't help you. Great advice about being a planner and having fear to not start. Amazing advice. We always appreciate you coming live every Friday. Noah provides so much value. Happy to. Absolutely happy to. I love comments like these. Hey Noah, happy Prime Day Friday. I sold a bunch of units thanks to the mag team. Woo! However, my stock was received by Amazon right after the June cutoff. Only 138,000 have been checked in. Will it count as out of stock even though they have the units? No, technically speaking, if they've received it, it will not be a stock out as long as people can still purchase, which they technically should be able to. It should look like a pre-order with a ship date in the future. So it kind of hurts your conversion still, but it's not in the same way that a normal stock out would be. Give us a little golden tips hack in PPC. Golden tips hack. You know, my number one PPC tip is that I feel like people just keep failing on all the time. It's wasted ad spend. 5 to 8%. 5 to 8% should be your rough metric for what I would consider to be healthy wasted ad spend, which is weird to call wasted ad spend at all healthy, but 5 to 8%. 5 to 8% tells me that you are testing things, but you are not wasting money on testing things or wasting money on targets that are not converting at any given time. So 5 to 8% is my golden, my golden rule when it comes to healthy wasted ad spend. Is Amazon Post still an effective way to promote products? I hardly hear anyone talking about it anymore. No, it's not, because Amazon got rid of it. You can't make Amazon Post anymore. That went into effect June 16th, I think. Yes, it's super new, to be fair. So I'm not surprised that you didn't hear about it, but I think it's went to effect like June 16th or something like that. Let me double check here. Amazon Post. Not seeing the post for it anymore. I'll try and find the post for it a little bit later. But yeah, they got rid of the Amazon posting thing because they got rid of Amazon's like platform for it. Noah, is difficult. Noah, is it difficult to be able to sell your Amazon business in the UK? Could you give general idea on how it works? Also, sorry for spelling your name wrong earlier. It's not Noah. P.S. I'm German. I love the fact that we have a German fan watching. So is it difficult to sell your business in the UK? No more difficult than I think any other marketplace. I'm not positive, obviously, on the legal aspects of things when it comes to UK business sales. But what I will say is no. So we have a ton of videos. I've made a couple on our channel where if you just look up something along the lines on the My Amazon Guy YouTube channel, along the lines of account transfer, transfer ownership, any of those, walk through a very detailed breakdown of exactly how you can go about doing an account transfer. That is the same process, regardless of marketplace, which makes things super simple. The only differences for like UK versus, let's say, US would just be the VAT ID would be different, obviously. So you change that. Actually, that's probably the primary one is VAT. VAT's really the only big one, right? So past that, yeah, it's a super simple process overall, though. Hello, I almost gave up because ads were too expensive, but now my product is selling without any ads. I'm happy I did not give up. That's a win. It is very hard to get your product to sell in this day and age without having any form of advertising. So honestly, fantastic. Fantastic. If we are launching a storage box with two variations, first box has 3 compartments and second box has 6 compartments. So is it better to create 2 separate listings or add both variations in one listing? First box has 3 compartments. Oh, okay. So you're essentially asking if you should parent them right off the bat. Yeah. So if you have 2 different products that are variations of each other that are similar in nature, launch them separately by themselves just so that they can get some history. You can target them both at the same time, try and get some sales volume on both, and then try and parent them. Usually I would say about 30 to 60 days in is when you should create that parentage for the variations. Guys, let's push him to do listing reviews today. Let's write today. Okay, well, I will, like I said, I will do an ASIN. I'll do an ASIN review stream sometime here, probably next 2 weeks, let's say. I'll plan one out with my social team. I'll have Gil on the back end and LZ. They can work on planning on when that would be. We'll add it as like a special little stream compared to like our normal stuff. I just don't want to mess anything up there. Maybe I'll do one. Oh no, I was gonna say I would do one tomorrow morning, but I can't tomorrow morning. I have stuff going on. People are so unlucky to not find this channel. So much value and wisdom comes from this channel. Feel lucky to have found it earlier. I love hearing stuff like this. Look, if you guys, like the content that we put out, and always appreciate you guys being fans, would love if you guys share the channel with anyone you know. Feel free to just, send out as much as you can. Happy to provide the value we can. What is that tat on your arm? Oh, I have a couple of tattoos actually, Jeff. I have this one. You can kind of see it. It's blown out at this point. I need to get it retouched up. But it's a rose, and then like this is a hand, but it's like a whatever it is, skeleton hand. And then I have another one here. So I'm a tatted guy, Jeff. I'm a tatted guy. Does MAF use AWS Amazon recognition? I'm not positive, actually. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that one, Jeff. Jeff, I feel like you always come in and you ask me questions that I don't know the answer to right off the top of my head, which I like because it keeps me on my toes, I suppose. Let me do this. I don't see it right off the bat. All right, Jeff, you caught me yet again. You caught me yet again. I don't know. Let me double check. Now I feel like I have to learn about this and I have to figure it out. I want to say the answer is probably yes. But I don't know. So what I'll do, Jeff, is I will spend some time researching this later today. I'll make a video on it, and I will then send that video directly to your inbox. How about that? Prime Day is very slow. Do you also see it? Yeah, I think everyone kind of sees it. Spent a good 10 minutes at the beginning of this talking about it. Awesome. I never got a response from the paid question I sent you. Can you search up by my name? Yeah, Vassal. So I actually did. I searched up within our CRM your name. I mean, I'll do it right now again. Let's see here. So searching up, and I do not have any record of you sending one in within the last 6 months, maybe. No, it looks like 3 months or so. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have anything specific. I do see you sent a note in at one point in time. I can answer that, Vassal. I'll send you a thing, but I didn't get anything in my inbox, unfortunately. It looks like maybe you had sent in to the old Ask Stephen Pope a question form instead of the new Ask Noah a question form. That being said, Vassal, I do see this one. If this is the one you're talking about with being suspended, happy answer. I'll shoot you over an email a little bit later today. Appreciate you staying on top of this, because the last I checked, it was I don't have anything inbox wise, but it looks like it's just wrong form was sent in. So no worries on that. Is the Vine variation hack dead? I'm hearing seeing mixed things because some people are keeping their Vine reviews from both merged listings. Yeah, it's dead. Amazon is removing any Vine reviews historically, unfortunately, of parentages. I've seen people lose hundreds of reviews, unfortunately, from this. So there's not much you can really do with it, unfortunately. I would very much say that, it's dead. Personally speaking, I didn't like Vine beforehand. This just makes me like it even less. So there is that. Let's see. Do we have... Okay, we have like 7 questions left, I think, that I'm going to try and speed run real quick because I have to hop to this other live stream. It is great. It's great to have live sessions. I like how you answer questions. Are you now the owner of this channel? No, I'm not the owner of the channel. I am our VP of Sales and Marketing, but I am also, I would say, kind of the current acting face of My Amazon Guy, so to speak. So I primarily make all of our content at this point in time and kind of manage that entire aspect of things for the company. So happy to do it and happy to be here and making this content. How reliable is Amazon warehousing distribution? Should be avoided? Thanks. No, it's super reliable. Use it all the time. Tons of our clients use it. Absolutely do it if you can. Otherwise, just have it through 3PL. If I launch a new product and generate reviews using Vine, it starts selling really well, but I have an older product that has been doing okay, but not as good of a seller rank as the new listing. Can I merge the old listings? Listing to the new listing to get that bumping sales rank? Yes, but it will get rid of your Vine reviews, like I said. Amazon approves brand cataloging, but listing shows restricted in both UK and USA marketplace. Why is this happening? How to resolve it? Tons of different reasons why this could happen. It could just be a product or category issue. It could be potentially that you're missing some form of documentation. So if you haven't gotten your compliance documentation, that could be a reason why. That's one of the first things I would actually probably check is manage your compliance to see if you're missing some kind of documentation. So category is going to play a huge, huge part in this. Give us some Amazon hidden tools that will help. I give these tools all the time. Let's see. Is Mag going to accelerate this year? I know you want to meet in person. Yes, Jeff. I actually just got myself registered this past week. So I will be, for anybody here, we can turn this into a clip for my social team to be able to post. I'm going to Amazon Accelerate 2025 this year. If you want to come and hang out with me, feel free to send a message on over to Podcast My Amazon Guy, and we can schedule out some time for us to meet up. I would love to do that and meet any and all of you guys. That's some behind the scenes for you guys there on how I get some recordings. All right. I got to bounce here, guys. On and now I'll answer Jeff. Here we go. Based on what you have seen, what might you expect the average increase be for a supplement selling during Prime Week? 50%, 100%, 200%. I could check a couple of our clients. I know where is supplement wise. It really depends. It's really hit or miss during Prime Week. I would say, usually speaking, I want to see at least like 100% with supplements, like daily volume increase, just because I don't actually care too much about Prime days. I actually care more about subscribe and save. So a lot of times for supplements, I'll suggest people do a larger Prime Day subscribe and save discount for first time purchase. That way you get them in for that recurring revenue rather than just the single Prime Day. So all that being said, guys, I got to bounce to another podcast. I'm doing the Amazon Seller News Week. All of that said, if you guys like this, come check out our YouTube channel again, My Amazon Guy YouTube channel. Check out our website. We're a full service Amazon agency. We try and provide as much education to the seller community as possible, while simultaneously serving many, many clients. We currently work with about 400 different brands. We manage about 1.2 billion in annual revenue on the Amazon platform. So all of that being said, if you want to come work with us, please do. Otherwise, you guys can stay on the YouTube channel, and I will be here in another 5-10 minutes on a different live stream on this same channel. So hope everyone has a fantastic weekend and week ahead.